El-RUFAI sacks nurses and lecturers for joining strike and likens labor leaders to bandits. Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-RUFAI has sacked all nurses in the state below grade level 14 and lecturers of the Kaduna State University for joining the ongoing warning strike. The warning strikes is for 5 days, and it is to push the state government to reverse its decision to sack thousands of workers. El-RUFAI also likened the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) leaders who coordinated the ongoing strike and shut down of the state to bandits. Kaduna is one of the northern states most affected by banditry, who kill and rape and kidnap residents, including students from their schools. El-RUFAI had earlier declared the national president of the NLC, Ayuba Waba, and other labor leaders wanted for, quote, economic sabotage following the strike. He has also accused protesters of destroying public properties and vowed to prosecute them. In a tweet via at Governor Kaduna on Tuesday, he said bandits illegally use arms, but the NLC mob action is for similar ends: to hold hostage freedoms, economic interest, livelihoods, and resources of the people of Kaduna State. Efforts to dress up criminal activity as industrial action do not change the reality of law-breaking that has unfolded, including their persistently ignoring the prohibition against impeding essential services. How is the hypocrisy for me? Because how can you liken a strike to banditry? A strike that is in a way kind of justified because you're sacking a lot of workers and there has not been any indication of a replacement or a substitute for these people, and you're adding to the aggregate unemployment of the country, not even Kaduna State alone. So again, it's like, how can you liken such acts of freedom or human rights to banditry? Because if anything, we should be twisting it all on you because you are not as proactive in terms of protecting the people of Kaduna. I mean, as it states in the article, Kaduna is one of the top northern states where, insecurity, banditry, killing, raping, they're all high. So again, what's going on here? These are the kind of people we address as His Excellency, people who have polluted everything dear to the people they govern. That is very true. And it's just like, I don't know. But yeah, it's just like, how can you liken such? Again, it's the respect that you have for nothing, that you get for nothing. So it's like, what do you want us to do? Again, it's not like as if he's a respected, well, in terms of his colleagues, maybe they respect him, but it's like, can the Kaduna people really say that, okay, fine, we trust this our governor and he looks out for us? Absolutely not. Okay, so somebody also says, while sympathizing with the indigents of Kaduna for the injuries and ineptitude of El-RUFAI's administration, I think it has become crystal clear that religious bigotry, sadism, and nepotism, trio of which represent, are certainly not qualities of a desirable leader. You didn't need to speak a lot of English, we know. Someone says, evil is written all over this man, no sense, and have no good advisors. Shame on you. Wow, someone says, this is the animal that is seeking for president. He wants to be president? Okay, that is new. I've not even heard that or even heard rumors of that, but that will not work. What? There's going to be an uprising. Again, even when it comes to elections, I highly doubt that there will be any elections. That's just because with the way things are going, with the way tensions are rising and the way people are, fighting, or the growing interest in self-determination, and sovereign states, well, individuals, and the disintegration of the country, it is going to be highly unlikely because, again, at this point, Nigeria is brewing. Like, anything right now could set the country off. We do not want that. We're literally managing the balance that we have, and we're trying our hardest to keep that balance, but we're at a point where anything can trigger the people of Nigeria, and anything can happen. We don't want that, of course. So I'm thinking, okay, fine. Except something magical, except something, as I said, magical happens before 2023, because yeah, that's the only thing that I can. But it's obviously very short notice, and yeah, we've got to plan, because why? They themselves, the politicians or the political party, one of them, they are planning as well. They are planning on how to get votes, rig votes, sell, lies, and of course manipulate. Well, implicitly coerce votes from compromised individuals, I'd say. Someone says dividends of democracy for Kaduna State. They are the ones who voted him into power, so they should enjoy him. Well, did they though? Did they though? Did they understand the gravity of what they were doing? Again, knowledge is power. Information failure is basically what's going on here. These people do not understand, or they do not acquire the sufficient information for them to make decisions about themselves. That can be influenced by many things. I mean, we're not going to pretend here and say education is like the highest in the country. But in terms of just like literacy, even in their language or in English, just literacy, being able to communicate effectively and being, not one-minded, but like being able to think for yourself. That is what we need to try and promote, being independent thinkers, critical thinking skills. This is what we need, especially when it comes to deciding your future and the future of your generation and generations to come, so it's like we have to be very intentional here. So again, him trying to be president, it's not going to work. First of all, I don't think he even relates well with the Nigerian people enough for him to be president. That would be very scary. Someone says this man is just a failure. He understands nothing about government. Is this the way to go? Absolutely nonsense. Again, we're in a country where it's so sinful, but governors do not mind their speech. They talk anyhow. Like, who was it? Was it Wike that said, if they want to die, go and die? I think it was in relation to the southern governors banning on open grazing, and sort of he obviously that's a good thing, because obviously it's not right. However, the way he communicated it, saying, oh, if they want to die, let them go and die, like, because they don't agree with what the decision was. So it's like, okay, fine. Why did you have to say it like that though? And again, here it's the same thing. This man did not necessarily use derogatory words, but his speech was very much, I'd say, over dramatized, and there was no need. How can you liken protest to banditry? Huh? Banditry that you can't even contain. So therefore, we can't expect that you can be able to contain this protest as it's going on. Not contain it, but react positively to make positive change to it. That's what I mean by react. Put what I think about it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.